Young Philly, a YouTuber and content creator, has been arrested on several charges and also has been extradited. This is breaking news. It has shocked a lot of people, and I'm going to give you a quick timeline of what is going on. Hey guys, it's Murad Morali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back again, it is daily and consistent content, and let's get straight into this video. Saturday, 28th of September, Barrientos, his name, performs at a venue, a coastal suburb in Northern Australia. The Western Australia sex assault squad alleged that he essayed a woman in his hotel after the event took place. On Sunday, the 6th of October, he performs at the Havana R&B nightclub on the Gold Coast in Australia, over there doing his tour and his work. And he was known for his high charisma and energy performances that specific night, and he kept the party going. On Tuesday, the 8th of October, young Philly was arrested in Brisbane. Now, this is to me what I find very intriguing, is that on the Wednesday, 9th of October, the day after, young Philly is extradited, guys, to Perth, where he's charged with not one but three separate counts, and we're going to go through each one of these counts and what they mean. So the first count is assault occasionally in regards to bodily harm. So there was vivid things on this woman or multiple women's bodies that was simply irrefutable that they had to be arrested. And there were 4 counts of, sexual penetration without consent. Now, of course, that is simply the R word. He's been accused of 4 of those counts, either with the same or with separate different individuals, which is a very shocking charge that he's facing. And this is probably the worst one, and 1 count of impeding a person's normal breathing rate by applying significant pressure to their neck. So this was something that he was doing without their consent, putting his hands around their neck to the point where she wasn't able to breathe, to the point where she probably would have wanted to have passed out, which is what men have done to women. Thursday, the 10th of October, the Western Australia Police have created this following statement today. Western Australia Police Sex Assault Squad detectives will allege that on Saturday 28th of September, the man essayed a woman in her 20s in his Perth hotel room after he had performed at a venue in Hillary's. Barrientos appears before Perth Magistrates Court. He wore a grey jumper and spoke only to acknowledge his name and the charges against him. He was represented by Seamus Rafferty SC, who successfully argued for bail. A number of people who described themselves as fans of him were reportedly sat in the public gallery when he was being arrested, it is believed. Now, a video of him has come out being arrested in cuffs. I want to make it very clear that for this man to be extradited from Brisbane to Perth for these allegations, because they took place in Perth, is absolutely insane. To be extradited and then also be charged on your initial arrest shows that they have significant level of evidence, in my opinion, that they want to prosecute this man and go ahead with this. In other words, this is not a conversation of cancellation. This is a conversation of prison time, jail time that young Philly could definitely be seeking. Now, if we look specifically what the police say in regards to the violent acts, the prosecutors have also produced pictorial evidence of violent acts on the body. The prosecutor reportedly said, across her body is a history of violent acts. We say those photos and what is alleged is beyond the pale, beyond what could be considered to be a consensual act. It was so apparent on these women's bodies what he was doing that you simply cannot sit here and say that that was consensual. That's how bad the images were. That's how bad they came across to the prosecutors. And again, prosecutors don't prosecute somebody unless they have a large amount of evidence, in their opinion, to prosecute this man, let alone extraditing him. Now, of course, he has been allowed bail, because some people, as we're discussing P. Diddy, was refused bail not once but twice, and a pending appeal currently, and we're going to hear about that later in court today. But young Philly has had a conditioned bail, and that is obviously supplying $100,000 to security, rescinding his passport, which to me is insane, so he's stranded and he can't try and escape or go anywhere else. And not only that, but he needs to attend to the police every single day, 7 days of the week. Now, the video of him being arrested, I believe, was probably taken by fans or somebody, and of course there are pictures of him which look like a mugshot of some sort, or initial arrest mugshot, or whatever you want to call it. His bail conditions are very tight. The bail conditions can also let you know how this is going for somebody, for the fact that there's 100,000, for the fact that he's had to give up his passport, he's had to sacrifice, rescind his passport. He cannot leave where he is right now. I believe he is in Perth. He cannot get out of that. So, you know, there is a large amount of reasoning that this man is going to be put into jail. Now, my question is he going to be extradited again to the UK and face jail time in the UK, or is he going to face jail time in Perth? And also, how many years could young Philly be getting? This isn't a scenario where he's been arrested for some kind of report and then let out and he's walking the streets and he's okay. This is a scenario where there are 4 charges, enough evidence via the prosecute side, so much so they're putting out statements. He's been extradited as well, and his condition bails are very, very tight. All of this is not good news for young Philly, but of course his lawyers will be fighting. But the fact that his lawyers were able to fight to get a form of bail is good news for young Philly, because he doesn't want to be put behind bars until he gets charged and then continue to be put behind bars at different prison facility centers. This has shocked a lot of people in the UK, in the world. Of course, he's a UK YouTuber, but I just wanted to put out the quick facts of this conversation because I'm not seeing that anywhere. I also feel like people are immediately turning this conversation into memes and jokes and, you know, who was the girl, let's find them, and etc. And there are already videos of him and his friends, you know, recirculating about certain things that he would say that nobody really cared about, or, you know, alarm bells rang but nobody really cared, nobody really checked him. That's what it was kind of giving. Nobody really checks the people who have the significant level of following, because why would you check somebody that you're basically building a career off? Low key, no tea, no shade. So I feel like when it comes to that kind of mentality of friends, you end up becoming yes man to people because you need them basically to pay your checks, because that's basically what it was kind of giving. So this is very sad news, very distraught, very shocking. I woke up to this and I was like, what the hell? This has made absolute no sense to me. But sorry. The charges are a lot, guys. I just want to read over them again. 4 counts of SMP without consent, 3 counts of causing bodily harm, and a count of impeding, basically a count of strangulation. So, you know, this is very intense. There were conversations a couple of years ago, I guess, about him biting people or something like that. I don't know. But I feel like people just joked about it and took it as, you know, basically a light-hearted conversation. And clearly this isn't that. Across her body is a history of violent acts. History all over was, you know, violent acts of XYZ. Oftentimes when you are in a peak of your career, you do feel invincible. You do feel powerful. You do feel like you can do whatever you want to do to anybody because you have the world at your fingertips. And in that moment, you can lose everything as well. I do expect companies to drop him left, right, and center. The charges are insane. Extradition is absolutely insane. All the way in Perth is absolutely insane. I'll have to keep you guys tabbed on to see what goes on next, and, you know, when this takes place. But I just feel like a lot has happened in the past couple of hours. I wanted to give you guys just a quick video under 10 minutes letting you guys know about everything that is going on. Do let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. It's just one click. That's all you guys have to do. Comment down below on this conversation if you are aware of what is going on. I'm keen to hear your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.